Welcome back. I'm IndieRPM.
I'm the Curio Hunter.
And this is Unbox the Universe, where we unbox trading cards so you don't have to. And today is a big day for us because we have our friend, Dan. You have your own nickname. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Declan Dan.
Declan Dan is here, and he is our in-house brony expert. Am I correct? Okay. And the idea here is we plan on opening.
So tonight we've got My Little Pony. I believe this is Series 6. We want to give a shout out to the archivist from tradingcardarchives.com, where we actually won one of his giveaways, and this box was one of the ones among it. And so thank you for that, and hopefully sometime we can work up some sort of collaboration down the road. So want to check and make sure that our audio is working. We always want to do that pretty early on so we can make any adjustments as needed. We get some confirmation. All right, getting the thumbs up, so that's a good sign. All right. Yep. So, I don't know much about this box, but I will tell you what little that I do know.
Okay, hit us up.
Right. So, you may, it's by Kayou, K-A-Y-O-U, and you may notice on the side it says 10. And I believe that means 10 yuan, or essentially the value of the card. So that, like, we've got some boxes that are 5. I think there might be some that are 1 and 2. So that gives you an idea of what the company gauges the value of the card. So by this being a 10 means we're more likely to get some hits, more rares, better looking cards, and things of that nature. So I'm pretty excited. Now, when it comes to My Little Pony, I don't know hardly anything, which is why we've had to bring in the experts.
Call in the heavy guns.
Yep.
I'm just thankful that after all the years being a girl dad, finally my brony knowledge may be useful to someone.
I believe it's going to come in clutch tonight.
I'll be honest, I'm excited to see what's in this box, excited to see what kind of characters are going to come out of here. I have some personal favorites. I won't reveal those until we see if they come out of the packs. But obviously, the core set of ponies, you're going to see a lot of those in there. And just some amazing characters.
And there were a lot of My Little Pony boxes that came in the giveaway box that we got. So if this works out well and you like it, we may have it back more often. All right, so I believe that this box has, what is it, maybe 18 packs in it. And I'm probably going to end up just destroying this box.
Rip it to shreds.
There's probably security devices in here so that you know that, like, they haven't been opened and searched and stuff like that. There are a ton.
Look at those beautiful packs.
Let's just see. We'll sort of divvy them up here.
Actually, feel free, since we have Dan here, I would like to allow him to open on my behalf, much like Monster Truck Damon did. So divvy it up into 2 piles, and can we do our... So what Declan Dan doesn't understand is Curio, you think right now he's just counting the packs. He is not. He is searching for that card that is the real trick, and he's pre-rigged all these packs. I'm certain of it. His statistics for pulling bangers is really high. So in order to make sure that he doesn't do us dirty, we each draw a pack one at a time.
Random draw.
And for some reason he still wins.
Yeah, well, that's kind of his track record in life. So long before Unbox the Universe, I played cards against this guy for a long time.
We now prefer to be on the same team.
Yes.
So, and that works out much better for us. So there are, in fact, 18 packs in this box. And when we get to opening them up, then we'll know how many cards are in each pack. And we'll pass that information along. Because part of this channel was started because we wanted to give out information to the viewers so they could make a decision if they wanted to buy it before they actually spent the money. So this gives them an idea, so that's what we're going for. All right. We may have to fiddle with focus a little bit, just to make sure that we're dialing it in.
Let's see. I had.
Don't point at that guy. He's ugly.
This is just right. Yes, man. I apologize for us. We like the joke, but we're a two-man crew. Today we're a three-man crew, but we're still slacking a little bit. I did have this dialed in pretty nicely earlier, but now I realized I have lost it. It's a bit blurry. Give me a second to see if it autofocuses.
And we got Declan Dan as my little pony.
We do.
You may be riding the pony may be riding him before this.
Yeah.
Here, watch this. Boom, where'd it go?
Drag me out of the way.
Give it just a second. Poof. For our audience, they don't realize this. We're watching this on a giant screen behind us, but here in just a second, boom, he's going to disappear.
Not only
That
him.
looks so much better.
I got rid of everybody.
All right.
I would also like to mention we are dual streaming through YouTube and TikTok. And it's important to mention that we can see the live feed for YouTube. We cannot see the chat for TikTok. So I apologize in advance if you guys are there watching us and we're not interacting with you directly. We still haven't figured that part out yet. So beyond that,
But for those that are commenting
Yes.
live, I guess one of the things that we want to ask you is, have any of you opened up any of these packs before? What have been your favorite hits? Or maybe just what's your favorite member of My Little Pony? Is that what they're called? What would you call them? Okay. So
Who's your favorite pony? Who's your favorite
there you
character?
go. Post in the comments below. Let us know your favorite pony. And because like I said, some of us are learning really sort of for the first time tonight. So if you want to select your pack,
Let's see. We got the one already up there. Absolute beautiful artwork on the outside of the packs.
you might show off the back a little bit, even though it's in Chinese. So being able to read that is
Yeah, I don't see the
it's not
change.
not gonna happen.
I can read the warning, not suitable for children under 36 months, small parts.
There you go.
That's about the only words on there I can get. Luckily, I don't think any of us are under 36 months. We just act
So
like
we're still good. We qualify. We're still good. So, and I don't think it says anything about if we could read that, I'm sure it has like some of the hit statistics on there and stuff. But in any case, so I guess I have selected 2 so far.
see what this is what I'm talking about. Is there any head? You can't let it
Well, I had one. I told you
Would you like
one.
to? I will be opening
You're
my
good
book.
now.
All right, there we go. Here we go.
Yes.
All right. Now,
Don't
so
worry, I can upsell everything in my pack. He has no idea what he's getting.
I'm going to get shiny.
In my experience, it does not matter. It does not matter.
So the real question is, since we only have one set of scissors, are you a rip the pack open kind of person, or are you a
I can
scissors?
rip.
All
I'm
right.
fine with ripping.
All right. Then I actually go with the scissors.
I think a purist would say opening the pack without the scissors is probably.
So it's like a texture thing.
It's not
Yeah.
for everybody.
But also for those of us that want to not reserve bend the card, now. If we were really into it, we'd be wearing the gloves, which we don't do, but I suspect little Miss Curio Hunter may end up with some of these before everything is all said and done. So
Bad idea. Bad
here we
idea.
go.
All right.
So
Zero.
I'll kick it off
Okay.
if you want, and then so in my first pack, I have 6 cards. So you might see if that kind of holds true as well for yours.
Absolutely.
All right, so my first one says friendship is magic. So let's see. And again, I apologize because my monitor has a little bit of a delay, so I put the card up there, then I gotta kind of dial it in to make sure that it's viewable. Camera's doing some fancy work here. Now it needs adjusted a little bit more.
Just trying to get it out of the
Shadow,
shadow,
shadow, into the light.
into the light. They've sort of adjusted things to make room here for Declan. Oh, we're close.
Almost down to
So close.
All right, I would say that's close enough for rock and roll.
Okay.
I don't know if we want to
One
alternate.
each.
Sure.
I mean, hey, I've got a friendship with magic as well. I'm gonna say you got a nice comic cell there. Just straight up, we got so many of the main characters in the one I've got here. You got Pinkie Pie, you got Rainbow Dash, Princess Twilight, Spike down at the bottom. One of the greatest dragons in all of My Little Pony universe.
Now, I don't see any, like, rarity markings necessarily, at least not on these first ones that we've got. As a matter of fact, my card has a little peel. I don't know if that's a protector.
I don't know.
That's coming off or what. I think that is.
Protected.
Yeah, so it's shinier underneath here, but I don't know if you have.
Yeah, I do.
So these cards, at least the first ones that we have a
Protective film already placed on them. So for the collectors out there, if you're opening these without gloves, you've already got a protective layer right on that card before it gets into a case.
My next card feels a little different, so if we're going by texture, I've actually got two. So I'm just going to go ahead and show them both off at the same time.
So that is two of rarity, one of the main characters.
Okay, so rarity is the next, because I was like, maybe this is it telling me the rarity of the card. No, this is the character name. All right.
She is one of the unicorns, so that's with that horn, she has magic. So I guess I should let you guys know, My Little Pony, there's three basic ponies. You've got your unicorns, that's magic. You've got your Pegasi, that can fly. You have earth ponies. And then there are a few there's called alicorns to get into the hardcore fans. They've got wings, so they can fly, and they have the magic horn. Joe has decided I need a mic. I mean, Indy. So next up, after we've got rarity, I also had a double here. So I'll give you that one. I'm going to the other here. Called Tree Hugger. I'll be honest, I honestly don't know this character. I believe it's just one of the Ponyville citizens. I'm not familiar with this character so much. But I absolutely love the look on that card. I don't know if you can see it on camera. Just the stars that show up on this thing.
Oh, they're awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is phenomenal to see.
There
Look
you
how
go.
there we go.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to see that on a lot of cards. They've really done their work here to make sure these come out good.
All right, next up, I've got actually a double of Cherry Jubilee. So I'm not seeing a horn nor a wing. So I'm assuming Earth Pony. Okay. However, again, like you were saying, the star, not bad there.
Yeah, really cool looking cards. We have a Pegasi. That is Flitter. Being these are later seasons into season 6, not some of the traditional ponies that you see early seasons. So if you're just getting into watching these, becoming a young brony, you'll know some of the key characters, but not necessarily some of these season 6 characters.
All right, the last one that I've got in my first deck is Twilight Sparkle. This is an SR card, whereas the other ones have been Rs up in the corner. So I'm assuming that's a little bit more rare of a card.
Yeah, and Flitter's SR as well. So Twilight Sparkle, obviously, those of you know the show, one of the main characters. She is the one who's tasked with understanding the elements of friendship. I've got 2 cards left because you had a couple of doubles. So we have Twirly, which is actually more of a sprite or a pixie, still in pony form, but a much smaller character. And then we'll zoom past that one and go right into, I also have a regular R of Twilight. So we have 2 Twilight cards, so 2 of the main characters. We already saw Rarity come out as well. So a pretty good hit, I would say. Pretty safe hit on this first set of packs. With some really nice cards. And I'm absolutely loving the artwork that's coming on these.
Maybe little Miss Declan Dan might need some of these as well.
Maybe.
All right, next one up is a Friendship is Magic. And again, this one has that protective film on it. So I'm thinking the top one in every pack has this sort of shiny treatment to it, and then they put that protective film on there to keep it from getting scratched or anything.
Yeah.
Pretty neat.
And then that one, that Curio just had up there, we see Fluttershy being sad.
Without the names,
So my Friendship is Magic. You get to see kind of some obscure characters. You see some of the mer ponies. So ones we don't talk about a lot, but there are mer ponies that they discover later in some of these seasons, as well as in the My Little Pony movie that came out.
all right, next up for me, I've got a double, again, of rarity. So I will show those off.
Well, we'll save just a little time. I've got the exact same two rarities in mind. So
All right.
we are level pegging on this.
Mm-hmm.
Rarity for rarity.
I'm actually a little surprised that there's so many doubles.
Doubles, yeah. Now, while we're on rarity, I'll go ahead and throw an SR of her out there, showing off that iconic hair flick that she does in the shows. And let's see if we can get some of that artwork showing on that camera. Really picks up those stars and horseshoes that they've got in there. Such a cool card. Absolutely love it.
All right, next up for me is Twilight Velvet.
Not one I am familiar with, I'll be honest.
So perhaps just from a more recent season.
Could be a later season. If my girls were here, they would probably be telling me exactly what episode and the key part that they played in that episode. We do have Coco Pomel coming up. I know that she's a shopkeep, helps in some of the shops in Ponyville.
All right, I've got Sandbar. This is an SR. I don't know if it means anything, but like the last one that I had, this Twilight Velvet had 3 out of 5 stars in the upper right-hand corner, and the Sandbar's got 4 stars in the upper right-hand corner. So I don't know if that is something to their power or what.
And some kind of maybe a rareness. Just looking back at our rarities, they're all 3-star, it appears. Last one I have in this pack, because I did a double, Hayseed Turnip Truck. My Little Pony Universe. They don't all fit that regular mold that people think of. It's not just little girls. So they do have some male characters in there that are absolutely a hoot to watch the show. So Hayseed there, kind of your local redneck.
All right, last one I've got is Rumble. This is an SR. So maybe, because it's 4 stars as well, so maybe you are correct in that is something to do with its rarity.
Not character rarity, the rareness of the card.
There you go.
You don't want to.
Well, because last week we were talking about, or I guess a couple weeks back, we were talking about, superheroes and stuff. And they had stacks of those cards, and so I got to looking for like the different numbers and stuff, and so now that's what's on my mind, I guess.
All right, on to the third pack for each of us. Start off with the Friendship is Magic, the cells from comic book style. We've got a rarity, or not rarity, Fluttershy. My apologies. Fluttershy there alongside of a boat.
All right, so in this pack of mine, I only have 5 cards.
Oh, you didn't get the Friendship is Magic.
And it didn't start off with one of the ones that you can,
Yeah.
you can peel, so.
So I may be taking a slight lead here.
Right, yeah, and my first thing's gonna be a duplicate. I've got 2 angel wings.
But one we have not seen before. So that is a new card to us. Angel Wings there. We've already seen rarity, and I ended up with another duplicate of rarity. Like I said, kind of surprising how many duplicates we're seeing within a single pack. being just 6 cards. I mean, there is a limited number of cards to each of these series 6. And they only have so many, so you're going to see some duplicates. It is a little surprising.
I've got a AC turnip truck, which I think you spoken on earlier.
Getting some live adjustments on our camera from Indy here. Though you may not hear him, folks, he is hard at work making sure that we are.
He's gone full on engineering.
Yeah.
Trying to get this work. Because, we want to try to get it as in focus as possible and everything. So
We got a 3-star here. This one, his name is Fancy Pants, and I think when you see him, you're going to have no problem understanding why. A very well-dressed pony, very high class, a long way from what we had seen with Turner Truck earlier.
next one I've got is Int Orange. So let's see.
I'll be honest, I know the start to it, there is a hologram right in the middle of this name, and it is almost impossible. I know it starts with W. You can't catch that curio? Right on the border there. I should know the name of that dog. I know whose dog it is. Winona. Yeah. So that is, so we've not seen Applejack yet. That's Applejack's herding dog, helps on the farm. So in Ponyville, we still got some other animals. Not all ponies, folks.
And the last one I have is Sea Breeze. Did you talk about that one?
Yeah, some more of the pixies. So we're not all full-size ponies. Now, I will say, the last one I have, still only a 3-star. I'll be honest, it's hard for us to say that Fluttershy is a 3-star kind of pony. She is definitely, of the main ponies, one of my favorites. She's very shy, very timid, not necessarily my style, but she is a force to be reckoned with when it comes to taming and dealing with animals.
So, I'm going to put you on the spot, but I'm going to give you a few seconds to look through and sort of pick out which one might be your favorite of tonight. And I'm going to say maybe my favorite one has been this Angel Wings. And like you were saying earlier, you really can't go wrong with these cards. They're all very pretty. I'm actually surprised by just how good quality, and if we're talking about the cards, they're pretty sturdy. They're not the thickest card that I've seen, but sometimes when they get too thick, they're more prone to bending and warping and stuff. And these are still pretty good. I think they would fit in in sleeves, pretty well and stuff. So that's. The Angel Wings is my pick for the evening.
Yeah, I would say my pick is, you're right, but the last one had Fluttershy. Just a really great card. I can't say enough how impressed I am with that artwork and the stars, fortune things you see in the background. Try to angle out a little bit, see if we can catch some of that. It's really nice quality cards. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of them really do have that sparkling treat. As a matter of fact, I'm not sure there's a single card that doesn't have some sort of
and they're not identical either. I mean, I've got one rarity. There's actually some apples and some horseshoes in there. It's not all just stars. So some really neat effects they have on those cards.
Well, so that's our unboxing for this evening, and we're interested to know what cards you have pulled and what your favorite characters are, what your favorite cards are, because I know that My Little Pony definitely has a following.
Yes, it does.
And so hopefully some of our viewers fall into that, and you can sort of enlighten us. And like I said, we've got tons more of My Little Pony cards, so this will become sort of a semi-regular thing, hopefully. So check back often, and hopefully we'll be doing some more soon.
We definitely pulled some I want to say some core characters. We didn't pull any of the villains. I've actually done a little bit of research, and they do have villain cards in these packs. So there's an opportunity in some of these we still have left open, but we've got some really cool villains who some of them actually turn from their villainous ways.
I guess I didn't realize there were villains within the show.
Yeah.
So, interesting. Well, we've got like I said, lots of different sets as well. So maybe in some of the previous sets or whatever, we'll see things. Who knows? But as long as My Little Pony stays popular, they'll probably continue to make cards. So I don't think we're going to run out anytime soon. Again, I want to say thank you to the archivist at tradingcardsarchives.com for supplying us with these really nice cards. If you've enjoyed this, feel free to check out our website, unboxtheuniverse.com. You can pick up some merch. You can, if you have some cards that you want to send in to us because you feel like we need to share them with the world, there's instructions on how you can do that as well. I'm trying to think what else is there. Indy, can you think of anything that we need to add? No. Wonderful. All right, so I will give you a brief recap. Well, upcoming shows. So next week, we're going to do Minecraft. So we may have another special guest, depending upon if their schedule works out. Again, we're calling in the experts on some of these things, but of course we've got the upcoming Minecraft movie, so we're sort of doing that in honor of the upcoming movie. Then after that, will be our April Fool's episode, which that will be a surprise. So check back for that. And let's see. After that is our 25th main episode. So we've actually had a viewer send this in, Jared. Who is a big Star Trek fan and sent us in the Star Trek 25th anniversary would work out nicely to do the card. So we figured it would work out nicely to do the 25th anniversary cards on our 25th episode. Or at least some of them, because this is a huge. If we were to open all these, I would imagine if we were to open all these, the show would go on for hours. So we will probably open a selection of those. But then after that, we'll be doing Easter episode. Cards from the Beginner's Bible Collection. Cards from the Beginner's Bible Collection. Puppets, games, mazes. Colorful action cards, puppets, games, mazes. 10 Bible stories.
I hope JL's in there. She's good at pitching 10.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It took me a minute, but I'm right there with you. So yeah, there's looking forward to that. Hopefully going to be a lot of fun. So that is our upcoming lineup. So with that being said, we want to thank you for joining us this evening. I've been the Curio Hunter.
And I'm Declan Dan.
And IndieRPM is back to engineering for us again. But he says thanks for joining us as well. And with that, we just want to say happy collecting.